Sunday evening. It's a great time to eat leftovers and not have to do a lot of cooking unless you have family coming over. And this week, no family coming over. Siobhan and Violet are back in Edmonton. Hannah and Dave are safe in Toronto. And Susie and Brandon went to a wedding last night, and I think they're feeling a little worse for wear today. So we actually had Max. We had Max for a couple of days now, and he went home this afternoon. So for me, it's more of a relaxed evening. And as you know, yesterday I made two special salads, and I made them in the Tupperware Mega Party yesterday morning. And so today I decided that what I'm going to do, we're going to eat those salads again. And I'm also going to make some cheese. I call them toasties. I'm just grilled cheese. I think that's what you guys call them. And I'm going to use my amazing MicroPro grill to make them. And then we're going to eat them with our salads this evening because the salads have meat in them. They have chicken and they have bacon and eggs. So there's protein still in the salads, so we can have grilled cheese. Okay, so today I'm going to use, this has become my favorite bread. It's called country bread, and I've only recently started buying it, but one of the reasons I like buying it is because it doesn't taste sweet. And one of my big bugbears about North America is their bread tastes really sweet. And if you look on the ingredients of a lot of the bread you buy here, even the supposed, grain bread or whatever, they have 2 grams of sugar per slice. And it definitely makes the bread taste sweet. So this has no grams of sugar, and it really tastes much more like the bread I'm used to from England and Australia. And so I'm really enjoying that. Now, I have seen a couple of people come on and say hi. Hang on, my computer has decided to send me some memories just at this point. I don't know why it does that. Hang on, just closing it down. I have 2 Facebook users that have come on and said hi, but I don't know who you are because I can't see your name. So you need to be able to click on the link above where you're watching so I can see who it is. Hi, Christine. Good to see you. Yes, honestly, Cindy, it's one of my bugbears because I love bread, but I do not like North American bread. So, so what I'm going to do today is use 2 slices of this for Alan and 2 slices for me. And I don't usually put extra butter on for me, but I'm happy to do it for Alan. So I'm going to show you. So with the bread, I'm just going to put a very thin coating of butter on the outside. Now, I just took this bread straight from the freezer. So it's not, you can use bread straight from the freezer. And I'm just putting a very thin slice on. And when you have bread like this, make sure that you butter the opposite side. Otherwise, you end up with a mismatched toasty, as I would call it. So very, very simple. So I'm going to put one of these on the diagonal in here because when you use your MicroPro grill, it has on the base, it has an area which heats up, but it also has the whole area in the trough and around which does not heat up. So I'm always going to make sure that whatever I put in here fits in the middle, unless it's something liquid. And then what happens is you can, if it's eggs, for example, it will heat it on the outside because it acts from conduction of the other stuff that's cooking in the middle because it's liquid. And anyway, so you can do that, but it does work better if you just focus on that bit in the middle. So Alan, he really likes Emmental cheese. And so we just happen to have a nice big fat Emmental cheese here. And I did ask him earlier, and I said, when I make your toasty tonight, would you like Emmental cheese? And he said, yes, please. So that is what I'm going to give him. So it's a brand new pack. I'm just opening. Now I keep all of my cheese in my cheese smart. I've got one of the tall, big cheese smarts. I've got cheddar in here. I've got some brie. And I usually leave the cheese in the wrappers, not because the cheese smart doesn't work. It absolutely does work, but because it's always so much easier to handle your cheese if you have a wrapper on it. So let's cut some slices for Alan. And of course, I'm using my, and I'm going to put the slices straight on here. I'm using my universal knives because they just cut so beautifully. And we'll do another half slice. Well, I'll cut a whole slice. I can put half of it on. And then that means I'll have to eat the other half, doesn't it? Or share it with Killian anyway. Hi, Christine. It's nice to see you this evening. So there I've got my cheese in place. And now I'm going to cut up some tomato. And I need my serrated knife for that. I guess out of all my universal knives, this is the one I love the most, because I can slice through. I'll just give this piece to Killian. There you go, mate. I can slice through tomato even when the tomato is quite soft. So we're going to put one. I think I'll be able to get another slice of tomato on. Okay, so I've got my sandwich there. I'm going to put some seasoning on. And I like to use Italian seasoning. As you can see, I'm getting very low. So I need to be buying all the envelopes to go in here. Hi, Michelle. Good to see you. And Darlene, good to see you. So we're just making a very simple cheese toasty tonight. So I've got my seasoning on here. So now all I'm going to do is put the butter side up on here, put that there. Then I'm going to pop this into the microwave, and I'm going to cook it first of all for 4 minutes. And I say first of all. Why do I say first of all? Well, because when you cook in your micropro grill, I needn't have put it straight in. I could have heated up my micropro grill by itself for 2 minutes first. But I tend to go from cold to hot. So the hot plates in the top and the bottom of your micropro grill, they heat from 0 to 400 degrees Fahrenheit in 2 minutes. So it goes from being cold to grilling in 2 minutes. So when I'm going to heat something which I know I want to grill, I'm going to add extra time. And in this case, I've added an extra 2 minutes. The other thing I know about my micropro grill is that one side always grills more than the other side. I'm not sure if it's because it's because of the pressure on the top or why, but quite often what I'll do is after this 4 minutes, I might turn it, depending on what it looks like, I might turn the grilled cheese over and do another minute on the other side, so I have 2 nicely toasted sides. So for myself, I'm not going to use Emmental. This is my new favorite cheese that I found at my grocery store. It looks good, doesn't it? You might have to try it. Yes. You love all my recipes. Micro Grill makes delicious grilled cheese. Never, oh, you have to try it. It makes all the difference with the tomato, Cindy. It really makes a difference. So this is my new favorite cheese in Quebec. It's English cheddar, anglais, because they have to write everything in French and English, vintage. Oh, and the flavor of this cheese is so good. I love it. So, and actually when you buy it, it already has a little tiny bit of mold on, but you know with cheese, that's not a problem. You can just scrape it off and everything's good. So my toasty, and I'm not going to put butter on the outside of mine. My toasty is going to be with my, oh, can you hear how excited Killian is? He loves cheese. Here, just give you a little tiny bit, okay? Because cheese is not good for doggies. So we're going to fill this up with cheese. And, oh, I just love really simple meals like this. I would eat these sort of meals all the time if I had a choice. Yes, oh, Killy, he's a bit of a naughty boy, isn't he? But he's had Max here for the last couple of days to keep him in line. He's so funny. But he loves Max. Okay, so there we go. Here, we'll give Killy this little piece too. So there is my cheese on my toasty. So I've got mine like that, and we'll cut some cheese, some tomato to go on my toasty. Yeah, and I might be able to give you some tomato as well, Killian. So one, I think I'm going to have a lot of tomato for this, but that's okay. I love tomato. So there's my tomato. And just put, oops, a little bit much there. I'll just spread that onto the other one. So a little bit of Italian herb seasoning. Oh, there's the, let's have a look and see what it looks like so far. It's almost too much for Killian to bear. What's going on? He's doing a little dance here. Okay. So you can see it's starting to look nicely grilled. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my big spatula and turn it over. Now, if you have a Micro Grill, you have to have one of these spatulas because they really help you. Okay, so actually it's looking quite good. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it back in. So you can see this one is toasted a bit on the outside. I'm going to put it back in for just 1 minute and it should be perfect. And there we go. So that will cook for a minute. My one's ready to go in. I have my salads from yesterday to add into this. Hang on, I'll give Killian a little bit of this Emmental. Keep him happy. Yes, I love the big spatula as well. It is going to be so delicious and it is going to be so easy. Now you want some smoked gouda. Yeah, the thing about, I mean, one of the nice things these days is that we all have access to so many cheeses if we want. And there are some delicious flavors around. And quite often we get stuck on one cheese. And in Quebec, I feel really privileged because there's a cheese that I also love, which I don't buy very often because it's not cheap, which is Oka cheese. And it is made in a used to be a monastery literally 20 kilometers from here, and it's really, really nice cheese. Okay, let me get that out now. And now I can put mine on to cook. So what is everybody else doing today for eating? Are you having an easy day as well? Look at that, guys. Doesn't that look great? Nicely toasted. And I'm going to actually turn it over so that and you can see, can you see that the cheese is melting through? So that is perfect. So now I'm just going to put mine into the microwave. I don't need to do it for 4 minutes because the Pro Grill is already heated up. So I'm going to put mine in for 2 minutes. So that is it from me tonight. Hello, you're having supper at your sister's. Okay, that's good. You have some in your fridge to make toasties, okay? Hi, Sharon, good to see you. So that is it for me tonight. But look, I've got a jam jar full of people here, full of people to do a draw for you guys. Do you put me? You can. Often, Darlene, one of the things I'll make is ham and cheese. Alan really likes ham, so sometimes I'll do ham and cheese. I know I went to a Tupperware conference, and the first time they ever demonstrated the Micro Pro Grill, they did apple and cheese. Now, that is not something I would do because I don't generally like sweet and savory things together. But a lot of people were saying how much they were enjoying it. So it's really, you can do what you like. And, one of the things I've learned about being at Tupperware is just experimenting and having fun. You're having Brillet Savarin cheese. Okay, is another in the oven. Okay, comes gooey. Oh, I like the sound of that. So have a fantastic evening, everybody. Let me do a quick draw and see who is the winner tonight. And the winner is Darlene. So Darlene, what I'm drawing out at the moment is a small round vent and serve, which is the shallow one. And if you want to take advantage of being the winner, you have the opportunity to buy it for $5 or to, get it for $5. So you had breakfast for dinner. Oh, that sounds good. I like breakfast for dinner too, Cindy. It's always good fun, isn't it? So guys, if you want to help me, you can share this live, because what that will mean is more people will see it, more people will start to appreciate how fun a lot of our products are. So if you do that for me, that would be fantastic. And if anybody's watching hasn't joined my VIP group yet, please click on the link above and I'll be happy to see you there. And this afternoon, I just did a live sale. So there are some things still remaining and I will be making posts about that this evening. So have a great evening, everybody. And I'll see you next time on Live at 5.